Welcome back to my channel. This is the Bookish Nurse Escape, and today I'm going to do a tag that looked really fun and exciting because of the fact that we all do it when we are relaxing and just looking for a way to chill out. I'm going to be doing the Netflix book tag by A Darker Shade of Whitney. Let's get into it. So the first category is recently watched, and the prompt that falls under this one is the last book you finished reading. So the last book that I finished reading was Dear Wife by Kimberly Bell, which was a absolutely awesome, action-packed sort of thriller on the edge of your seat novel. I absolutely loved it, and I would encourage anybody to read it who likes the kind of tropes where somebody's trying to escape, but yet the person they're escaping from is pretty close behind, and it never feels far enough wherever they are. Next category is top picks. For this one, we have to look at a book or books that have been recommended to you based on books that you have previously read. So a series that I read or started was the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. And after reading this book, I have been highly recommended to read the Nevernight Chronicles by Jay Kristoff, which I have read in its entirety, and it was absolutely incredible. They both deal with like a strong female lead, who's just fighting for certain things that they're either running to or running from. And they were just both awesome, powerful novels. So those two really come highly recommended together. The last book that I bought was called The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Filia. I have not read this one yet, but to my understanding and knowledge, it's about these different ladies who are trying to live their lives based on how they know they're supposed to live it versus how they want to live it. I've heard nothing but good things, and I cannot wait to read this one. Two popular books that I have read were Christina Lauren's The Unhoneymooners and Colleen Hoover's Regretting You, which were two phenomenal books. I really enjoyed Regretting You, which is by Colleen Hoover, who is one of my favorite authors, and it was just such a cool, interesting read. She is like the queen of twists, and she always keeps me on the edge of my seat. It always keeps me in my emotions, so that one was just an awesome book. The other one, The Unhoneymooners, was such an awesome vacation read, and I just could not get enough of that book. Christina Lauren's writing is one that's just very lighthearted, and you can pretty much take wherever you're going and just pretty much escape into the novel. Three popular books that I have not read yet, but I am really looking forward to it, are Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, as well as The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. All of these books are just known to blow everybody's minds who's ever read them, and I love Taylor Jenkins Reid anyway. She's also another one of my favorite authors, so I cannot wait to just cozy up and read these popular books as well. One of my favorite books was My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren. This was one of the funniest books that I have ever read. While I was reading the book, I was literally just laughing the whole entire time. I loved it had text messages sort of characteristics in the book with pictures, and it was my first Christina Lauren read, and I was just blown away by this first one. It was such an awesome introduction to these two authors, and I just could not pick up any more of their books fast enough. Who doesn't love a good drama queen? In The Other Woman by Sandy Jones, the mother, Pammy, is probably the most drama queenest character I have ever read in any novel. She was just absolutely hateful to the lead character who was dating her son, and it just went in so many bizarre ways. So yes, she definitely wins the Drama Queen Award. A series that features animated characters on the cover was the Saga series by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Brian K. Vaughan is my favorite graphic novel author and illustrator. All of his books are just literally binge-worthy. They're so interesting, they're so fun, and they're really, really funny. So if you have not read the Saga series, it is a high recommendation. Book series that I would like to reread is The Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I read it when I was really young, and I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember it was one of my favorite stories that really got me into the love of reading, and I would just love to read it again now because I feel like I would have just like a different appreciation for it versus when I was younger. So I definitely want to read that one soon. The novel that I'm going to recommend for the nonfiction category is First They Killed My Father by Lounge Ung. This is my all-time favorite nonfiction novel of all time. It deals with a young girl and her family dealing with the hate group, the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, and where her family is trying to move to safety, but it potentially might not go as she hopes and plans. My action-packed recommendation for this one is God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. The Nevernight Chronicles series is amazing. It is action-packed from the first book all the way to the last book. But God's Grave was definitely my favorite of all time. Literally, as soon as you start reading the first sentence of the book, the roller coaster begins. It's full of action, and I love the main female lead. She is just so cool, and she's just amazing. She's a memorable character. A book that just came out by Taylor Jenkins Reid is Malibu Rising that I really, really want to read. She's one of my favorite authors, and I want to read every single novel that she has ever written or will ever write. So I can't wait to get my hands on this one. This last section deals with tagging someone, but as a new booktuber, I'm still growing and don't know many other booktubers at the moment. So I'm just going to tag anybody who watches this video to create their own list of books and have fun. This tag was a lot of fun to complete. Thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Comment down below, like this video, and subscribe for more bookish content.